answer that. All right. So we have some getting started questions on the board for us to have a look at. And we are going to, we're actually not going to do a whole lot of decimals today. We'll do a few more decimals next week, on Wednesday rather. But we're going to do a little bit of decimals today. But there were some fraction things that cropped up during the quizzes that I want to go over that we haven't quite gotten the hang of yet. Okay. So let's have a look at these ones. So okay, we are going to do some decimals, but we're going to do decimals properly on Wednesday. All right, so we're going to do a couple of decimals now, and then we're going to do decimals properly on Wednesday. Okay, so we were going to have a look at these. So 1/2 plus 2 and 1/5. Is there anyone who would like to answer that? So raise your hand using the Zoom function if you want to answer that question first. Kyle got his hand up super fast. Okay, Kyle, take over with me. All right, talk to me. What do we do?
We first put the 2 and the 5 into an equal number that go into the same.
Okay. Which would be?
10.
10. All right, what's next?
We times the bottom by the top. So whatever we times 2 by, we gotta times by the top. By times 2 by 5, which will be 5 on top.
Okay, good.
And what we did to the 5, we gotta times to the by on top. So 5 times 2 is 10. So 1 times 2 is 2.
Good. Okay. And now what?
We add the nominator. Oh, yes. I think I got it right. Nominator.
We add the numerators. Yeah.
Numerators. Which will be 10. No, sorry. 7 over 10.
So it's going to be 2 wholes and 7 over 10. Well done, Kyle. Good job. Yay. Well done, Kyle. That is awesome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So that's exactly right. So we find our lowest common denominator. And then whatever we do to the denominator to get to our new denominator, we must do to our numerator. So whatever we do to the bottom, we need to do to the top. Okay. So that is our first one. Thank you, Kyle. Then was that Mangalisha who was going to do number 2 for us?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's hear what do we do?
So, ma'am, you say 10,54 minus 567.
Okay.
And then you say 4 minus 7, but you can't. You move on to the 5, and then 5 minus 6 you can't. So you move on to.
Okay, stop. Before you do that, we're going to borrow from the 5. Okay. So we're going to borrow from the 5 because we can't just ignore that 4 minus 7. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to borrow one of the tenths and we're going to give it to the hundredths column. Okay. So we're going to end up with 14 minus 7. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what's 14 minus 7?
7, ma'am.
Fabulous. Okay. What's your next step now?
4, 6 is you can't borrow from the 0, so you borrow from the 1 in order to make the 4 take the 1 away, it comes 0, and then you carry that 1, and then it becomes a 9.
Yep.
And then You change it to a 14. Yeah, you change it to a
Good.
14. 14 minus 6 is 8.
Good.
And then 9 minus 5 is 4. And that's your answer.
So is my answer 487?
No, I mean, ma'am, yeah, oh yeah, the comma, yes. Yeah,
That's right. Okay. Thought I'd get you there. We're gonna just carry on. Our comma goes in line. Okay, so we're gonna keep our comma when we're adding and subtracting. We're going to keep our comma in line. Our decimal comma we're going to keep in line all the time. And so, okay, our answer for number 1 was 2 and 7/10. 2 and 7/10 for number 1. Okay. And let's have a look at the last one. Let's have a look at the last one. And I think Lenati wanted to do the last one for us. Right?
Yes,
so Lenati, okay, talk to me. How do we do the last one?
So I'm gonna use the cross cancelling method.
Okay.
7 goes into 35. Wait, 7 goes into itself once. And then 7 goes into 35 5 times.
Good.
And then 9 goes into itself once. And 9 goes into 27 3 times.
Good.
And then 1 times 7 is 3.
Good. 1 times 3 is 3.
And then 1 times 5 is 5.
Over 1 times 5, which is 5. And we get 3
over
over 5. Well done. Well done. I'm really
Thanks.
proud of you. Good job. Did anyone try that one using the other method that we had? So we had the method where we multiply the tops and we multiply the bottoms. You can pop it in the chat if you tried that method. It's really difficult when you've got big numbers, hey, to do that method, because then you're going to do 7 times 27. And if you have a mean teacher like me, who won't let you use a calculator when you're doing fractions, then you might find that quite tricky, hey, to do 9 times 35 and then all the simplifying, which is where cross cancelling comes in handy. Okay, but good job. Thank you, Lenati. Okay, Kyle, can you put your hand down for me? Because I think it's still up from earlier, and Lenati as well. Oh, Tisha, thank you very much. But I think my children at school might disagree with you, especially when I won't let them use a calculator. They're like, why can't we use a calculator? That's so unfair. We have them. Why did we buy them if we can't use them? But I make them do it the hard way around. Okay. And so, okay, we'll come back to number 2. Okay. I can't remember off the top of my head. It was 4,87. 4,87. Okay. Then, guys, we're going to go through a couple of things from the quiz that we did last week. Now, these are the questions that we struggled with most in the quiz. So, but you know what the other problem is? 2 of them are also the shortest amount of time that you guys spent working them out, because they're true or false, or they're multiple choice. And so I think a couple of people just went like, oh, it's true or false, I'm just going to go true. And they took a big fat test. Hey, am I speaking the truth? Did some of you do that? Did you just guess the answers? Okay, I feel like I might hit nail on the head there. Okay. Asake, I want to hear the story at the end of the lesson. Okay. So at the end of the lesson, stay on so you can tell me what happened. That sounds quite hectic. I'm glad you're fine though. Okay, so we need to take our time in the quiz, guys. So slow down. Work out the answers. Just because they're multiple choice doesn't mean you don't work them out. Okay, so you first have to figure them out and then you can decide what you're doing. Okay, so the first one we had to work out true or false, which means we actually need to do the working out. We can't just decide true or false just by looking at them. Okay, so we need to actually work it out to see if that is the right answer. So what I want everyone to do is I'm going to give you 2 minutes and I'm timing you to do the red one. Okay, so the first one, the true or false one, I'm giving you 2 minutes to work it out. And then we're going to go through and see if you get the same answer. And this question, everybody answered in under 1 minute. So I want to see if in 2 minutes you can get it right. Okay, so off you go. 2 minutes just to do the red one. And go. You need to write it down on your paper, please. Remember, if you want to do it, you must put your hand up, raise your hand if you're wanting to answer. The one that's in the red block is the one that we're busy with. Can we mute, please? Someone's not muted. Five more seconds. Okay. Singobile. Did I get it right this time? Or not?
Yes.
Still not.
Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
Ah, yay. See, I practiced. I wrote it down and I practiced. Okay.
Nice.
So, Singobile, can you do the first one for us, please? You got your hand up the quickest.
Yes. I said 4 times 2 and 3 times 2, and it gave me 8/6. I said 9 minus 8 equals 1/6.
Equals 1/6. Okay, and so is my answer true or is it false?
False.
It is false. Okay, so do you see what a difference it makes when we work it out, hey guys? When we work it out, then we suddenly see, oh, but it is actually false, because at first look, it might look slightly different. Okay, so we had to convert them to being over the same denominator. So we had to convert that one into a denominator of 6. That's the same as the previous one. Okay, well done. Thank you, Sudi. All right, we're going to have a look at number 2 quickly. So the green one for me. Okay, let's work on the green one. So I'm assuming if your hands are raised that you're ready to answer it. Okay, so 2 minutes to work it out. And then okay, Lenati, I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, Asake's hand went up first for this one. So Asake is going to do this one. In a minute though, not quite just yet. If you've already finished this one, you can have a look at the next one as well. Oh.
Ma'am, can I answer this one?
Remember, we're doing hands up. You can always put your answer in the chat if you think you've got it and I don't call on you. Okay, so the 2 minutes is up. Asake is going to do the green one for us. Okay, Asake, talk to us. Tell us what to do.
1 whole and 3 over 9 plus 2 and 2 over 18. I said 9.
So just hang on, Asake, hang on. Volkan, can you mute? Thank you, my love. Okay, carry on, Asake.
I said the 9 times 2 is 18, man. And I said the 9 times 2 is 18 and left the 18 as it is, man.
Okay. So now what?
And then I said 2 divided by 1 is 2, so then 3 times 2 is 6.
Good.
And then I said 1 6 1 and 6 over 8 equal to what?
I'm sorry, it's like your connection's gone a little bit fuzzy, so it's a bit tricky to hear you. Can I guess what you've done? Can I guess that you said the whole plus the 2 wholes gave you 3 wholes? Is that what you did?
Okay.
Okay. And then did you say 6 over 18 plus 2 over 18 gave you 8 over 18?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then were you able to simplify it at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What did you simplify it to?
3 and 4 over 9.
3 and 4 over 9. Excellent. Well done. That's very well done.
Love it.
I'm very, very, very proud. Good job. Hey, well done, Lenati. You've got it. That's excellent. Okay, so Saka, you can put your hand down. Bokang, if your hand is up, is that because you're ready to do number 4 for us? Number 3 for us? Okay, so I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes to work on the next one. And if you finish that one, then you can start working on the purple ones along. That's the awesome thing about it, about maths, is that there's different methods to do it and you can get the same answer, which is the best thing about maths. So there's always lots of different ways of doing it, and you'll get the same answer if you do your method correctly, which is pretty cool. Okay. Oh, we've got some people finished. Right, let's give it 2 minutes to do the next one. Oh, so many hands up. Okay, we're gonna go with Sakina. Sakina, you want to talk to me? Tell me how you did this one.
Okay, so I multiplied 16 with 25.
Okay.
And then I multiplied 25 with 4.
Why did you divide or did you multiply?
I multiplied it because 16 can't go into 25.
Okay, so you said 16 times 25, which gave you how much?
400.
Okay. Are you sure?
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna double check quickly because I did a different method. You are right, sorry. I doubted you for a second. I have old person's brain sometimes. Okay, so we had 400, and then what did you do with your numerators?
I said 25 times 4
Why 25 times 4?
because I did it at the bottom.
Okay, so that's when we're adding and subtracting and finding a new denominator. Okay, when we're multiplying, you can times your bottoms together and you can times your tops together. Okay, so when you're multiplying, then we need to multiply our tops and then you multiply your bottoms. Okay, multiply your numerator and then multiply your denominator. So 16 times 25 is 400. And my numerators, so Sakina, what should go on the top there? Sakina? If I multiply my numerators together, what will I get, Puppet? Okay, Sakina's gone quiet. Okay, that's right. So lots of people are saying in the chat it's 16 and it would be 16. Okay, and we can simplify that we can divide 16 into 400. And 16 into 400 goes 25. And 16 into 16 goes once. And so I end up with 1 over 25. Okay. Did anybody do it a different way? Asmashle, did you do a different way to that? So this way
Yes.
is absolutely correct. Okay. But there's a different way of doing it. Asmashle, how did you do it?
Ma'am, the way I did it, I crossed out.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how I did that, but I crossed out the 4 and the 16, and 4 went into 16 4 times, and 4 went in 1 times.
Good.
And I said 4 times 1, and then I said 4 times 25.
Good. So you got 4 over 100. And then
Yes.
were you able then to divide 4 into 100?
I tried, but it got a little bit messy, and then I couldn't do anything, and then now I'm still trying it again.
Okay, so 100 divided by 4. Can I get the answer in the chat, guys? The answer, 100 divided by 4. This one we need to know. Chop, 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 hey? 100 divided by 4. I want to see a few more answers in the chat. And we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Yes, it is 25. Okay.
Oh.
So 4 can go into 100 25 times. So 4 goes into 4 1 time. And 4 goes into 100 25 times. Okay. Automatically, are you having my old person's brain? Did it transfer into you? I know you know that. sometimes old person's brain is catching, hey? But well done. Okay. And so can you see, like we were saying earlier, sometimes there's different methods, but you get the same answer. Okay. And that's the wonderful thing about maths, is that there's different methods and you get the same answer, whichever method you do. Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna see who I haven't heard from Rena. Rena, do you want to do the purple one for us? Okay, we're gonna let everyone have a chance to do it first. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and then Rena's going to answer this one for us. Okay. So everyone else pop your hands down for me. Okay, well done if you finished. So pop your hands down for me, and Rena's going to do the next one for us. Okay. So 1 minute to work this out, 2 minutes. Mbali, have you got a question, my darling? Okay, Rena, do you want to give this one a try?
Ma'am, I'm not done with it yet.
You're not done. Okay, I'll give you another couple of seconds.
Okan, do you have a question?
At the previous one, my teacher taught us a different way to do it.
That's fine. Did you get the same answer using a different way?
Not really. At one
so
part, I got the same answer. The other was a different answer.
with the simplifying,
Yes.
did you get a different
That
answer
was-
when you simplified?
Yes, ma'am.
What answer did you get?
Ma'am, I scratched it out so I can't see properly.
Okay. All right. Can you see where you might have gone wrong?
I'm done.
No.
Okay, so now I'll give you a bit of a hand just now. Okay, Bakan, we're going to move on and then we'll go through a couple more like that a bit later. We are going to do some more multiplying today. Okay,
Okay.
Rena, let's see, my love. Let's talk to me and tell me what's going on.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, I added the 0.35 plus 4.1, ma'am. And then I subtracted the 3,201 by 1,242, ma'am. When I
Okay,
got
hold on. Give me a second. Sorry, my board is doing something really weird there for a second. And it was scribbling all over the place. Right. So you added those two together. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, ma'am, I minus those other two, ma'am. And then when I got the answers for each of them, I added them.
Okay. So now remember with BODMAS, when it comes to just addition and subtraction, then we go from left to right. Okay. So all we do is we go from left. Where's my pen on? We go from left to right. Okay. So our first step is to add all three of our numbers together, and then we can subtract the 1,242. Okay, so our first step is to add those three together, then we can subtract our 1,242. Right, so we have 0,37. So I like using column method because then I don't get things all muddled up. And I find I can keep my commas underneath each other better. 1, and we've got 3,201. And what do we put as a placeholder, Rena, when there's no number after the 1 here with a 4,1? What can we put there as a placeholder?
A 0.
A 0. That's right. We can put a 0. Okay. So I'm going to put 0. So I've got the same number of decimal places for each of them. And now I'm going to add. Okay, so I'm going to make this a bit smaller so I can read it. Okay, so 0 plus 0 and 1 is 1. 7 and 0 is 7. 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 2 is 6. Put my comma down. And 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, Rena, are you happy with what I've done so far? Now tell me what I must do next. Rena? Now that I've done all the adding, what must I do?
Ma'am?
Yeah. Okay, I think Rena's having some problems with communicating. So, what must I do next? So I've added all of my adding bits together. What must come next?
Ma'am, you must minus the 1,000. I mean the 1,2.
242. Yes. Okay. And now subtract. I'm going to say I can't take 2 away from 1. So I'm going to need to go and borrow. That's right. Okay. Going to tell me what's next to 1?
9. The answer is going to be 9, ma'am.
Good. Okay. 9. What's next?
2.
Good.
4.
Good.
6. Comma 6.
Good. Comma and 6. And so my final answer is 6,429. Okay, 6 comma. Remember, it's 6,429. Oh, some people's brains are falling asleep for Monday. Okay, so 6,429. Right, not 429. because remember we're working in thousandths. So it's 429 because it's actually 429 over 1,000. Okay. All right. Do you guys want to have a bit of a stand and a stretch? Would you like a bit of a stand and a stretch?
I think we need one.
I think we need to have a little bit of a shake it out. All right. So do some jelly wobbling in a pan or something. Have a stand, have a stretch. Take 30 seconds. Just to have a bit of a brain break. And sing a song. Do a dance.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yep, have a wiggle. Wiggles are good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's important to have a wiggle every now and again.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Yes, Letabo, it is 6,429. You are quite correct, 6,429. Okay. Okay, Katsibe, I'm going to get you to talk to me a little bit at the end, okay? And then I'll see if we can figure out where you went wrong. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to move on to my favorites of sums. Do you know what an of sum is?
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, do you know what of sums
What,
are?
ma'am? What,
Beg your
ma'am?
pardon?
And I
Of
love
sums.
of sums.
Oh, do we love
No.
of sums? I see.
Ma'am,
I
can
see
I
my
do
face
one?
going,
I
no,
love of sums.
not of
Yes.
sums.
Ma'am, can I do
So when
one?
we ask you,
Yes.
when we ask you like 2/3 of 15, and you have to work out what amount that is. Or when I say I have got 250 sheep and I give 2/3 of them to my brother, how many sheep do I have left? Then that's an of sum. Okay, that's the of in oddness. Okay. And everybody loves that so much. Everyone loves of sums.
Ma'am,
Okay.
ma'am,
Yes.
What's going on?
can I do the answers for the green color? Like when I'm done.
Someone's
I'm
on fire. Who's
Ma'am,
asking?
can I also do one?
Yes,
Do
ma'am.
the orange, I want to do the green.
Raise your hands.
You need
Ma'am,
to
can
raise
I
your
do
hands,
red?
guys, because there's 70 of you in the class and I can't see everybody's faces. I can only sound 4. Aziz, because I love making people think. That's why I sound nasty teacher. Because now you're going to have to use your brains and do some thinking. All right. So the good news is that an of sum is just multiplication of fractions. That's it. Of means Nima. Of, all of means is times. Okay. So what this actually means here, this little 2/3 of 15, actually just means 2/3 times 15. And how do we write 15 as a whole, as a fraction? We write 15 over 1, right? Okay, so 15 over 1. And now we do multiplication. That ain't so bad, huh? Okay, so we can do cross, we're going to do the 2 different methods. We can do, so we can try method 1, where we multiply the tops and multiply the bottoms, and we're going to end up with 30 over 3, which is 10. And so 2/3 of 15 is 10. That's it. That's how you work out 2/3 of 15. Okay, that's not so bad here.
Ma'am, may I ask, where did you get the date? Where did you get the date? That date?
Remember, with multiplying, we multiply the numerators. So we multiply our tops together and we multiply our bottoms together, our denominators together.
Oh, okay, ma'am. I didn't understand. Thank you.
So that's all you have to do. So we multiply
Yes.
and multiply. Okay. And then we simplify. And that's it. If you want to, there are different ways of doing it. Okay, but this is the fraction way of doing it that we need to use because we're going to use it a bit later with rate and ratio and things like that. Okay, so when you're working out odds, you do exactly the same as normal multiplication, and that's all, right? It sounds a lot more complicated, but it's really not too bad. Okay, so we're going to try one more together. Okay, we're going to do the first one together. So 3/5.
Mama, I think I want to do it.
Did you say you wanted to do it?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me how to do it. You can do it with us.
Okay. So since it's 3/5 and it says of 25, so we're gonna times it. 25/1.
Yep.
And then what I did is that I times 4 with 1, or 5 with 1. And then I times it with 1.
And then you times the numerators.
Yes.
Okay, which gives you?
Which gives me 5.
3 times 25.
No, ma'am, I times the bottom numbers together.
Okay, so 5 times 1 is 5.
Yes.
Okay. And
And
now
then
we need
3 times 25, it's 75.
75. Okay, and when we say 75 divided by 5, we get
75 divided by 5. Let me see.
15.
15. And so 3/5 of 25 is 15. That's it.
Yes, ma'am.
Well done. Good job.
I'm
That
gonna
is epic. Okay, so we're going to practice a bit more. So I'm going to give you, let's say there's 1, 2, 3, 4 left. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do as many as you can. Okay, 5 minutes to do as many of these as you can. I'm going to set my timer. All right, and we're going to do 5. That's not going to help me. That's my calculator, not my timer.
Ma'am, you're freezing up.
Your Wi-Fi. Just check up. Should be back now. 5 minutes starts now. So everybody unmute. Unless you have a, all the hands are down, unless you have a question. If your hand is up, if you do it a different way, that's fine. You do it your way. Okay, or try it this way. Even if you have a different way at school, try and do it this way. Okay, Amo, do you have a question?
Ma'am, I just wanted to know if we can do it a different way or not.
Oh, maybe try and do it this way. Okay. I know you've got your method, but try and do it this way.
Yes,
Awam, do you have a question?
Sorry, ma'am, I'm going to lower my hand. It was a previous question.
Okay. Okang, have you got a question?
Ma'am, I found the answer, but without doing the calculations.
Try and do the calculation as well, just to practice the calculation.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Mangaliso, have you got a question?
No, ma'am. I'm just yeah, but ma'am, this is easy, ma'am. And now I understand, ma'am.
I'm so glad you understand.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Mbali, have you got a question?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, like, for example, the second one, 4/5 of 30. So you say 4/5 times 30, and then you have to put a 1 underneath.
Yeah, because that's what makes it a whole when you're making fractions.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Okay. Well done for being finished.
Ma'am.
Okay. Jose, have you got a question?
Yes, ma'am, I do, ma'am. Ma'am, I was asking, ma'am, for the equation of the green light, ma'am, where you say 25/1, ma'am, where did we get the 1?
Because the 25 is a whole number. Okay. And any whole number as a fraction is over 1 because you're dividing it by 1, which is going to keep it whole. Okay. So anytime you've got a whole number, you put it over 1 for a fraction.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And ma'am, I was ma'am, what if, ma'am, this is not work related, ma'am, but what if your phone was glitching, then you switched to another phone, ma'am? Will you be able to identify us with our names?
Oh, no, I didn't switch to another phone. I'm working on my computer. I was trying to put a timer on, but I used my calculator instead of my alarm clock.
Like now, ma'am, I switched my phone, ma'am. My name's not Bussy, ma'am. It's Rina, ma'am. But I switched it because I was having some problems, ma'am.
Okay, so just pop it in the chat for us and then we'll be able to see. Okay, we'll change it again. All right. We've still got a couple of minutes. 1 minute left.
Ma'am.
Who's mailing me?
It's me, ma'am.
Hello, what can I do for you?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, should we do all of them, ma'am?
Do all of them, as many as you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Done, all of them.
Ma'am, I'm done.
Well done. Okay, keep your hands. You can pop in the chat when you finish so we don't distract too many people.
Ma'am, we should do all of them.
All of them, please.
I'm done too. Okay.
If you really need to use a calculator, guys, you can use a calculator, but you should be able to do all of these without a calculator. Oh, timer. All right. Okay, Claudie, will you do one for us, please? Right, Claudie, you can do the first green one for us, or the second green one rather. 4/5 of 30.
Ma'am, what I did was I said 1/4 multiplied by 32 over 1, which gives me 32 over 4, which is equal to 8.
Oh, hold on. Are you doing the 1/4 times 32 over 1?
Yes,
Okay. All right, which gave you 32 over 4, which was 8. Perfect. Well done, Claudie. Thank you very much. Excellent. Ethel. Okay, Claudie, you can mute again. Ethel, can you do the second green one for us, please?
Ma'am, but remember, I said I'm going to do the red one.
You want to do the red one? Ooh, yes. Okay, are you ready for it?
Yes.
Okay, Ethel. Right, Ethel, take it away.
Since 22 is over 9, I times it with 81 over 1.
Okay. Now what? Ethel, you muted.
Sorry, ma'am, can I help you?
Ma'am, I times the bottom numbers together.
Okay.
Which I got 9.
Alrighty.
And then I times the top numbers together, which I got 1,78.2.
Whoa, 22. Hold on, 22 times 81.
Yes.
Try that one again. Use a calculator if you need to. 22 times 81.
1,000.
To give you
1,782.
Yes, ma'am, that's my answer.
198.
That's my answer, ma'am.
Good. And then when we divide that by 9, We get,
When I divided, it's
198.
198.
you get 198. I'm hearing lots of voices instead of just one voice. And I get 198. There's my finished answer. And well done. Okay. Did anyone try this one using cross cancelling?
Ma'am, number 2. Ma'am,
Okay. If we cross cancel, can you guys just mute? If we cross cancel, 9 can go into 9 once, and it can go into 81 9 times. And then it makes life a bit easier. We can say 22 times 9 over 1, and that will give us 198. Okay, so we can also cross cancel when we're doing this one. Okay.
ma'am,
Please give me your name if you're mamming me.
it's Asamache.
Okay, Asmashley, what's wrong?
For me, I did it a different way. I first said, how can 9 divided by 81? And then I got 9, and then I times it by the 22, and then I got 198.
That's perfect.
It's
So
still
that's the
okay,
cross
though.
cancel way. Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Okay. So what you've done is absolutely 100% correct. Okay. And then I'm going to do the last one quickly before we run out of time, because I still want to do a brain teaser with you. So I'm going to do the last, I'm going to do the second green one, and I'm going to cross cancel this one. Okay. So 5 and 30. I know that 5 can go into 5 once, and 5 can go into 36 times. And 4 can't cross cancel with 1 because it would stay 4. And so we have 4 times 6, and 4 times 6 is 24. And there's my final answer, 24 for that one. Okay. And okay, Tabalang, we'll go through the red one again in a second. It was a bit of a tricky
And can
one.
I do also the orange one?
Is that Boipelo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Boipelo, do you want to give it to the orange one first?
Yes. Okay. So 3 over 8.
Yeah.
I times it with 24 over 1.
Yep.
Which I times the bottom numbers together, which I got 8.
Yeah.
Then times the top numbers together, which I got 182. 192.
So
Then it's
yeah, 192, yeah. Oops.
192 over 8. And then when I divide it together, I got 24.
Good.
Is it right?
That is correct. Yes. Okay, very good. The other way we could do it, we could cross cancel. Okay, my favorite method. And we can say 8 goes into 8 one time, 8 goes into 64 8 times, and then 3 times 8 is 24. And we're going to end up with 24. Okay, I'm going to go through the red one again. Okay, and I'm going to erase what we've done, and I'm going to do it again because there were a couple of questions. Okay, so we have 22 over 9 times 81 over 1 because it is a whole number. So the two different ways we could do it. The way I like to do it, because it makes my life easy and I don't have to do too many simplifying at the end, I can look to cross cancel. So I could say 9 goes into 9 one time and 9 goes into 81 9 times. And now I can say 22 times 9. And when I work out 22 times 9, I'm going to be cheeky and I'm going to use my calculator in the interest of time. 22 times 9, and I get 198. And there we go, I am finished. Okay. The other method I can use is the one we've used for the other ones, where I just multiply the tops together and I multiply the bottoms together. So I can say 22 over 9 times 81 over 1. And I can say 22 times 81 is 1,782 over 9. And remember with fractions, this line here, this one, is called a dividing line because it means divide. So I say 1,782 divided by 9, and it gives me 198. So I get exactly the same answer, just using 2 different ways of doing it. Okay, so same answer, 2 different ways. Okay. We're going to have a little bit of sums like this in a quiz. Okay, so this just means you need to practice. It's just multiplying. Okay, so all of sums is multiplying. That's it. It's multiplying fractions. And if you can multiply fractions, you can do of sums. So you can write it as 198, or you could write it as 198 over 1. They mean the same thing. But if they're asking you how many sheep, then you need to say 198 sheep. Okay. So can I see in the chat a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or like a sideways, half up, half down thumbs? How are we feeling about of sums? How are we feeling about of sums? I'm seeing some thumbs up. That's great. Okay, cool. Couple of thumbs down. That's all right. That just means that we need to practice a bit more. Okay, a couple of people not sure what's going on. That's perfect. That's fine. That's good. Some people are loving of sums.
May I please ask a question, ma'am?
You may ask a question, yes.
I was asking, is there a group for the class, ma'am? Like where we can discuss the work?
Not at the moment, there isn't. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, ma'am.
That might come later, but not yet.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, okay. Guys, that's really good. I'm very happy lots of you are saying yes, 100%. Those of you who are still kind of like half up, half down, we're kind of getting there. You need to practice this. Okay, so you're just going to, that is a good sideways thumbs and body. So this just means you need to practice and practice and practice. So if you need to, then you go back on the website after the lesson or on another day and you watch this lesson again and you practice the work that's on the board. Okay, and then we'll go through, then just go through it again. Okay, and then there's also some good videos on YouTube and there's some work in your book. Okay, so in your textbooks, there'll also be some of this. So just practice what you've got. All right. So sometimes maths, we just need to do a little bit more extra practice. Some concepts come quickly. Some we need to go a little bit slower at. We need to do a little bit more practice. Okay. Then we said we'd do number 2 again very quickly. So I think what we'll do is, where is number 2? Whoop, that's the green one. Okay. Was it the green, the adding one that we needed to go through again? I think it was the adding one that we had to go through again. Okay. So what we're going to do?
Simplify, solve and simplify.
The solve and simplify, the green one. Okay. So what I'm actually going to do is, Asake, I'm going to get you to stay on for a couple of minutes. No, we don't talk about Bruno. Don't talk about Bruno. What we're going to do is we are going to finish off the lesson because I think when we start talking about Bruno, it's definitely time to end the lesson. If you haven't watched the movie Encanto, you won't know who Bruno is. But it's from a movie called Encanto. Okay, so Teacher Kat, do you need to say anything to any of them?
Yes, I just want to tell everyone that we're going to have something a bit different during the holidays. Let me just get my notes.
Okay, so guys, enough with Bruno for a second. Listen to Teacher Kat.
May I ask, during the holiday
on when we close the school. Are we going to have this lessons?
So you're going to, Teacher Kat's going to explain it in a minute, and then
Okay,
your
thank
question
you.
will be answered. Okay. So guys,
Okay.
let's leave Bruno alone. We can talk about Bruno another time. Let's listen to Teacher Kat. Okay. Bye, Kwanda.
Okay, guys. We're gonna have a holiday program. I'll have all the details for you in our lesson on Wednesday. But so far, just know we're gonna have a holiday program. It'll be included in the amount you already pay, so you don't have to pay extra. You just have to come join us. We'll be having a little bit of fun while learning. So for you guys, I will be doing the holiday program with you, okay? But I'll give you the full details. I'm just mentioning it. Keep it at the back of your mind. Just know it's going to be there. Yes. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you very much, Teacher Kat. That's very exciting. So guys, we'll still have the maths program in the holidays. So you won't have to miss everyone too much. And Teacher Kat's going to be taking care of you with that, which is very cool. I might come and stick my head in and say, how's it? Make sure you're behaving nicely, but I'm sure you will. And then we'll pick it up again next term. We got some hands up. Right. I'm not sure if I'm going to say this correctly.
Will it
Yes,
also
go.
be on the holidays?
Sorry?
Will it also be on the holidays?
There will be lessons in the holidays, and I'll pop in and say hi, but Teacher Kat's going to teach them. It's going to be fun. It'll be different to our normal lessons. These slides